HEX community. I want to say a couple of words about the HEX community right now and our anticipation of the pulse chain and what's going on, what we might be thinking about and how to think, because we want to now prepare to receive and welcome hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of new users on the pulse chain. And they will have their ideas of what they want to do, and they will have their projects and all that. And they come to us to further their own project. They have their love for whatever project they've been working on, and they've been struggling with Ethereum for the high fees, and then they come to us for the excitement and all that. So firstly, we gotta show them what they can do on PulseChain. We gotta welcome them. We gotta help them. We should push them. We should promote them. They should feel that when they come to us, we help them in their project. And then, as part of being a Pulsican, as part of being on the pulse chain, everyone will also be exposed to HEX, be exposed to the financial product that HEX is, the finalized, finished financial product. And a lot of them will also be excited about that and will become Hexicans. So that's the name of the game right now. Right now, I think we see with the fall in the price of HEX down to 12 cents right now, I think we're in the intermediary phase where we have a lot of initial Hexicans that have made tremendous amounts of money and also had great interest on their HEX. They want to realize becoming rich individuals, so they're selling into a buying pool that's limited because everyone is anticipating the pulse chain and having ideas for what to do next and all of that. So HEX has become sort of a little bit in the background of pulse chain, but that will change once pulse chain is up and running. Once we have the stampede of new users, and a lot of them will go into HEX as well to become Hexicans. So I mean, what I'm trying to say here is that we need to talk to all these new users on their terms, out of their interest, which is their project. They come to us, we help them with that. And as a secondary effect of that, they will also pick up on HEX. And we should communicate while we're communicating. I mean, this is the Hexican community that are helping you with this. And now we're doing Pulse. And why don't you also become a Hexican? You should become a Hexican. You should be part of this energetic community. And they will do that. So we don't really need to hard sell this. All of this will come automatically once Pulse Chain is up and running. We don't know when. It could be a month and a half. It could be end of January. It could be February. It could be March. We don't really know when Pulse Chain, but it will happen. And we need to prepare for that. And the way to prepare for that is to seek up these communities. There are hundreds of projects, thousands of projects and individuals on Ethereum that are frustrated, that are looking for ways to revitalize their projects. And we need to go into them and tell them about PulseChain, tell them about HEX. Outbound messaging, as Richard is calling it. This is so important. And then the stampede and the enthusiasm and everything will come. So I advise to not look too much at the price right now. It's discouraging to see the price tick down, 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 down. But the momentum and the dynamics of all this will change. And we know that will happen. So probably won't sell anyway. So also considering that we have stakes that are going on for a long time, we need to think about this in a much longer perspective than just the price dipping you know, 16, 15, 14, 13, now 12 cents. Who knows how far down it will go? It's still at least some weeks until PulseChain launches, so you know it will. But even before PulseChain launches, there will be the Pulse swap, or whatever it will be called. A lot of people will be sacrificing to get that. They will be buying HEX. Maybe Richard will come up with some incentive for HEX holders. You know, this could turn around very fast. And that's what I want to just emphasize, that we need to think about this long term, prepare. Don't think what the HEX price can do for you right now in the short term. Think what you can do for the HEX price in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years time, 15, 555. That's the way to think about this. So try to not focus on the short-term picture here, but to welcome all these new users, and they will be hexagons on the Pulse chain. They will be P hexagons, hex as we will call it, the nomenclature. Also around all that, there's thinking that needs to be done, communication, how to put things, how to formulate, how to phrase things. There's a lot of things that can be done there. So I say don't focus on the price on the dip, unless you're buying, of course. I mean, great. I've been doing some buying on some little bit of higher prices, but don't focus on that. Focus on the stampede, the enormous excitement that we know is coming. And I want to say one more thing. And right now, I feel we're kind of in the eye of the hurricane, because HEX, you know, fantastic ride that HEX has been. And now in anticipation of Pulse, which will also be an amazing ride, we're in the eye of the hurricane, and it's a little bit of a calm, and that's why the price of HEX is dipping. And there are things you can do in this calmness that will be hard to do once PulseChain launches. It's much easier right now to be able to reach out, to get mindshare, to share concepts. Now is the time to take action, because once PulseChain is launched, it will be so intense. It will be so many things happening. Right now, we're sort of almost wish it was more stuff happening, but very soon it will be so much, it will be incredibly difficult to reach through the noise with any concept, any idea, anything you want to communicate, any new project, anything. So now is the time to get going if you have something that you want to get attention to and mind share of. I hope that was some encouragement. HEX is here to stay. PulseChain is just around the corner. Share and subscribe.